welcome this Street 90 Minutes on HQ Tech Studio. Your host is Mohammed Hussein. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So this is our new channel after the termination of our old channel. Guys, don't forget, it's not too late. We can be great again. Let's subscribe to this channel. So this is the UEFA Champions League preview on the knockout phase, where on Tuesday we'll be having Galatasaray playing against Liverpool, Atalanta playing against Bayern Munich, and Atletico de Madrid will be hosting Tottenham Hotspur, Newcastle hosting Barcelona. And on Wednesday, God willing, there will be another interesting games where Bayern Leverkusen will be hosting the league leaders of the English Premier League, to be precise. And that's Arsenal and the Champions League as well. And we'll be having Bodo Glimt against Sporting, PSG, Chelsea. That's a tough game. And not to forget another tough game to Real Madrid against Manchester City. Guys, as I said, don't forget to subscribe. And in the studio, on my right, I have Fire. Fire also. Everything fine.
Everything cool.
Charlie,
Fine.
now there you enjoy past everybody for the world inside.
Right now, it'll be step by step. We want to take baby steps first.
Hey.
But once see how the Carabao go, then that one will determine our fate.
Oh, okay. But boko na a bouquet man.
So that's why I say baby steps.
Okay. Okay. Where on my left too, I have the man himself, Abu.
Also,
Hey, Abu, you see what YouTube doing?
you know, be easy. But Charlie, me I dey trust my people.
Them go subscribe.
Charlie, them go do it.
Oh, we trust them.
We do only.
We trust them.
Them go swear they give. Yes, swear they give.
Press.
Okay.
Subscribe.
Nothing late, guys.
Yeah.
It's sometimes it's not about how you fall, okay, but how you rise.
Yeah.
That's the
Rise after
age.
the fall.
Okay, so guys, please let's subscribe to the channel. Let me start with Abu Drogba. Abu Drogba, on Tuesday there will be interesting games as well, where we know that Galatasaray will be hosting Liverpool. News coming that Galatasaray, their fans shouldn't bring phones in the stadium, or they need full support to win this game. Any preview on this game before we move on to the next one?
First of all, make a greet my viewers. We as always, I go to pray to make we continue to share, like, and subscribe. As my boss talk, here say our old accounts, no Charlie, them terminate and back of one still hope day. You know, so when I go spoil they give you so Charlie. Make we don't forget the new network, the new channel is HQTS8. Just type HQTS8 and you see with a new, let's say a new logo. Charlie, I trust what I see when I go to the way give you. Yeah, for Galatasaray, the Liverpool, the game there, you see, one thing about Galatasaray is whenever they are playing at home, whenever Galatasaray is playing at home, their fans play a major role in whether they're going to win the game or lose the game. So me, per se, when I heard that their ultras are like telling the fans that no one should bring phone to the stadium, like I wasn't surprised, because whenever you go to Galatasaray, whenever you go to their home, the welcome they give you is welcome to hell.
Yeah.
And you all know, even though none of us have been to hell before, but per what we have been hearing, hell isn't a good place to be. So when these players or these people are telling you that whenever you are coming to their stadium, you are coming to hell, they are trying to tell that, Charlie, if you come there, they are not going to, you are not going to take it easy. So they are trying to send a message to Liverpool that, Charlie, you are coming to our home. As we all remember, the last time Liverpool went there, they lost by 1 goal to them, which was just last year, 2025, right? So Liverpool knows very, very well that them going to the home of Galatasaray, they have to be ready. And Liverpool, luck being on their side, Mohamed Salah started scoring because he has scored in his last 2 games.
He has started getting his momentum.
Yeah, so and whenever Salah is performing, you know that Charlie, Liverpool are like, let's say, they have an upper hand because he's their star man. When he went out, like when he was low on form, we all saw that Liverpool were struggling. Now Salah started scoring, but Charlie, it's going to be a very, very difficult game for
your prediction for that
Liverpool.
game?
I think because of the home of Galatasaray have the upper hand, so I'm going double chance Galatasaray. Yeah, I don't see Liverpool winning that game.
Okay, the next game will be Atletico Madrid, Tottenham Hotspur. This one, let me give it to the rivals of Tottenham Hotspur to have something to say. Because we all know that in the English Premier League, Tottenham are having, in fact, a terrible season this time around. But we hope relegation, the young Koda. It's very funny that in the Champions League or in Europe, people see that Tottenham are performing very decent. But when you come domestic, it's something different. So, Fire, Atletico Madrid against your rivals, Tottenham Hotspur?
Okay, so
Hey, who can you hear, mommy?
okay, so to our fans, like we said earlier, try to subscribe. It's just a thumb. Just use your thumb to press,
Yeah.
and we are good to go. Okay, so Atletico at Tottenham, like you rightly said, in the league phase they are not doing well.
Yeah.
But in the Champions League phase they are doing well, and it's not new. It has happened numerously, and we've seen it before.
Even last season.
Last season we've seen it. The year Chelsea won their first Champions League or the second Champions League, where Carragher scored. That season they weren't doing fine
in the
in the
domestic
league,
yeah.
but when it comes to
Even
Champions
their
League,
first Champions League.
yes, they won. So it doesn't mean that because you are not doing well domestically, you can't also do well
In Europe.
In Europe. One thing you should know is Europe. No team comes to Europe to come and sit and defend as compared to the league. The league is when you guys you meet constantly, repeatedly. So when you squad a team in this first leg, he or she goes to study you how you played with him and try to prevent that mistake that he or she did in the first leg, so that you will be able to score him in the second leg.
Yeah.
But with the time, it's one of a game. It comes once in a while. For example, Atletico Tottenham. I can't even remember the last time Atletico Tottenham played a match. You understand me? So in such games, it's going to be very difficult to predict that this is the style or this is the flow the coaches are going to see. But in recent times, we can see that Atletico Madrid is winning games, but they're not a team that you can put your trust and hopes in.
Yeah.
They are not a team that you can put your trust and hopes in. Atletico won 4-0 against Barcelona. During the same weekend, they went to one of the small teams and they were scored.
Yeah. They lost.
They lost the game. You understand? So this is a team that is not consistent with his performances. You were able to use all your arsenals against Barcelona. Won 4-0.
Charlie.
Very convincingly. First half, you were dominated with 3 goals to nil or 4 goals to nil. First half. By 30th minute, you were done with the game. In the same week, with that motivation, you went to the weekend and you lost. You understand me? So it's a team that they are not consistent with their game. But just that as we are entering into this game, Tottenham, on the other hand, is having their own challenges. I was saying this the last time that I'm sure Igor Tudor, even though he has been one of the best coaches in terms of those short-term work, like 6 months, 3 months, 4 months, he's very good at those work. He comes in, takes the team, tries to change the fate of the team to the end of the season. But I'm sure this very job he took, he has regretted it.
Hey,
I'm being honest.
so soon.
Yes, he has regretted it because one, you could see that against Arsenal, he was telling Van der Ven to move backwards so that they were able to create space between the middle line and the defense line. And the players looked reluctant. He didn't want to listen to the coach. He was staring at the coach like about 2-3 before he decided personally to go back. You understand me? So it means that the players have a form of ego in themselves that they have gotten to that stage and they've not gotten there yet.
Yes.
And you see, when a team is not doing well and they end up winning a trophy, it makes the players feel that they are good. So it makes the team not being able to note the mistakes or where the problem lies.
Yeah.
Because they feel they've won it. So that trophy has eclipsed the problems they are facing. You understand me? And apart from that too, they have a lot of injury problems. I was reading a post earlier before we started the program. Pedro Paul was saying that if he looks at the injury list, they are a better strong 11 than the current 11 who are going to play the match.
All those injured are first 11 players.
Exactly. You understand me? So if you take this, that your first 11 is on the injury list. You understand me? If those people are back, then it means Tottenham is going to have a very formidable team. So looking at this game, I'm going to be honest. Even though I wish Tottenham is going to be on a good slate, okay, but I want to give you the win to
Juniper.
or a win or draw.
So okay,
You understand me? I want to be a win or draw to Atletico Madrid.
Okay.
Because Tottenham isn't having the best players
For now.
to compete
Okay.
with Atletico. Because looking at Atletico's front line, those 3 players up front now are very sharp. Alexander Sørloth is back on top form. Look, let's look at this. If you put the ball in the air, Sørloth is very good than Van der Ven. I don't even think he's available to
he's
play.
available.
He's available. It's better
Romero
than
is also
him.
back.
Romero back.
Romero is back. But the question is he game fit to play the game?
That's the question, because he missed 4 games.
4 matches. Is he game fit to play the game? Maybe the coach will risk him because he needs all his Arsenal's on board. So we play. The question, Kevin Danso.
He wasn't injured, so Charlie.
Yes.
He has
The
been training.
Yes,
He has been
yes,
training. It's game fitness.
Yeah, exactly. So now I'm asking, because of that, the coach will now have to go all out to try and bring him in because he needs everybody on board. You understand me? But looking at Solot, Julian Alvarez, Guillermo Simeone, Lukman. No, those 4 players are going to play. Let me be honest with you. The 4 players are going to play. They're going to play 4-4-2. I'm going to be honest with you. He's going to play 4-4-2. You understand me? He's going to play for the same squad that he played against Barcelona. The second leg is the same place he's going to use.
Okay.
So that up front 2 is going to be Julian and what's the name? Solot and Simeone and what's the name? Look, what will be on the flanks because he's playing home as well, Metropolitano. So he's going to make sure that he gets all the points he can get here because it's just a week away. The second leg is going to be a week next week that we are playing the second leg.
Yeah.
So he make sure that he's going to get all the points here. One thing Igor Tudor needs to do is he should bring in that Italian spirit, that Italian spirit that he wants to get from Italy, small to defend a bit.
Yes.
Because they're going to come all out. So once he's defending, you need to make sure that he's going to also score or at least get a goal from the away so that it will help him in his home.
Okay. So double chance. Okay.
Yeah.
So Abu Drogba, let's come to Newcastle Barcelona. Any preview on that?
See, for the Barcelona Newcastle game, Newcastle is playing at home. I don't know these Barca fans because they won in the group stages against Newcastle. Like them, they say like them go get them easy for this knockout phase. If Newcastle are playing at St James Park, they are a different team. Even though the other game too it was at St James Park, but you could see that game in the first half, Newcastle could have gone up by 3 to 4 goals in the first half, and I know their coach Eddie Howe is going to make them watch that game again. See, one thing you should always know about Barcelona is you are going to get your chances because of how they deploy their highline. You are always going to get your chances, but how you will be able to bury your chances is going to be another problem. Because Barcelona have one of the best keepers in Europe right now, Juan Garcia. Even though I'm one of the haters of Barcelona, but Charlie, the truth must be told. Juan Garcia is one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And whenever Barcelona are going highline, he is that guy who always comes out when the ball is being to become a sweeper for the team. So as to how Newcastle are going to bury their chances when they get them, because they are going to get it.
Okay.
Sure.
Especially in the first half.
They just need to be clinical.
Especially in the first half.
That's all.
Just look at Barcelona last game against Atletico Bilbao. If Atletico Bilbao were clinical, like they had the chances for the most part of the game. But immediately, Adam was giving Lamine Yamal problems throughout the first half. The second half, just one mistake where Lamine Yamal punched him. So if Newcastle wants to have something positive, because whether they like it or not, at the Camp Nou there, it will be hard for them to win.
Very, very difficult.
No, they are playing as
St. James Park. I'm talking about the second round.
Yeah.
So if they want to go to the new camp having some little bit of hope, they have to win they have to get something positive from their home. And if they want to get something positive, they have to bury their chances.
Okay.
The likes of Elanga, Harvey Barnes, and Tony Gordon should go back and look at the first, the group stage match. They had the chances. They could have gone up by 3 to 4 goals in the first half. If you look at the matches Barcelona lost, most of these games against Chelsea, for example, Barcelona they didn't make kind of Chelsea game. When Chelsea had their chances, they buried them. That's the only way to score against Barcelona. Because if you want to, let's say, control the game, one thing Newcastle should know that they are not going to control the game. No. Because you are not going to control the game with the likes of Joelinton when they have someone like Pedri in the game. The only thing the likes of Joelinton are going to do is to bully the likes of Pedri. Because Pedri is someone who doesn't like players who likes to go physical on them. No. That's one of the things like Chelsea did against Barcelona. Even though Pedri was not around for that game, Chelsea, the likes of Caicedo and Enzo went hard in the middle, and they got the edge over Barcelona.
Okay.
So I think the likes of Joelinton, Tonali, that's what they do best. Okay. They like to bully their opponent. When they do that and get their chances, they should bury it.
Okay, so your prediction for that?
I think St. James Park, Charlie, this result there, this one, I'm going to be a little bit biased. So I'm going Newcastle straight win.
Okay, Newcastle straight win.
Let me say something small on. Look, if I just wish this our analysis we are doing right now could reach Eddie Howe, I would advise him today that if he's going to map up his strategy, after he sets his back line, the midfield 3, should be Joelinton, Tonali, and Anthony Gordon as number 10. behind Watermeda.
Watermeda.
Yeah.
You should play with Watermeda because to make sure that he puts into the winger's head that they should always fly the ball into the air. The reason I'm calling for yes,
Air ball.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm calling for Anthony Gordon is, you see, if you play Anthony Gordon on the flanks, you're going to put a potential goal scorer and have him bounce on the bench, and you're going to play what's the name, Willock as your number 10. It's not that it's a bad player, but if you want to make sure that you are having someone who's going to run behind the striker very fast and very clinical, you need somebody like Gordon.
Okay.
Improvise. Yes, we know it's not a typical number 10, but on a day, because you will play him as a number 9 in the past few games, you play him as your top number. So why don't you play him behind the number 9?
And he has the pace.
And the pace is a good pass.
Going to be the
It's going to be, the game is supposed to be just a transitional game.
Yeah.
One from the defense, one to the middle, straight to the flanks.
Yeah.
Straight to the middle. If there's a chance of going to the middle, go through the middle. That's why Anthony Gordon is going to function more.
Okay.
Because you just need a walk touch from Nick Watermeda. He's good to go.
I think that's a nice submit. Let's just give some prediction on Bodo Glimt Sporting. Just prediction.
Look, you see that game, man. We are just, you see, we are only giving you a prediction because we think it's not a big game.
It's a big game,
yes,
but not compared
to the others.
Yeah,
so that's why I think we think it's not a big game. But look, let's not give a light throw on that game. It's going to be very competitive as compared to some of the big games we think it's going to be.
Okay.
Because Bodo Glimt have shown us in this league that, Champions League, that look, we are not the favorites.
Yeah.
Everyone is against us. Yes, we know. Yet we are ready to also show that we can do something for ourselves. Look, and you know one funny thing, what they are doing now, okay, has transmitted from to their national team. Currently, the Norwegian national team is on top form.
Yeah.
It is true Norway national team that has made Italy to now go on to play on a playoff stage, just to be able to get to the World Cup. That should tell you how far the Norwegian team has now gotten to, and that has transmitted to also their teams now. And the question is, how many Norwegian players are even outside Norway?
Most of them.
Bodo Glimt. Are playing for Bodo.
Yeah.
So meaning that the national team players are in the team. Yeah. You understand me? And you know, we are in the World Cup season. Each player, every player is willing and going to go all out to make sure that he's going to the World Cup.
Yes.
So this game, even though we are looking at it, in Carano, thing, you can hear big matches, but this game, I will even call this game a big match than Arsenal and Leverkusen. Yes.
Actually, Arsenal for the.
Oh no! It's
Who do I mention?
No.
No.
Do you know why?
I wish someone at Leverkusen.
No.
Fala. Now I'm not at the camp. Why go talk? We say Arsenal and Bodo Glimt then Sporting. Be tougher game past Arsenal and
based on Bodo Glimt scored City.
Inter Milan.
Scored Inter Milan home and away. Scored one big team again.
Atletico
Madrid. Yes, let's look at Sporting's games that he played. The matches they played in the Champions League. Sporting lost to Bayern Munich.
They won against Madrid.
They won, you see.
Madrid.
Both teams, you see that they have some fair wins that makes the game. Yes, they are.
Compare them to Arsenal Leverkusen. Arsenal went unbeaten in the games of the Champions League.
But that's what I'm saying that.
I'm coming. You are trying to see. You are trying to let us know that Bodo Glimt against Sporting is a tough game.
Yes.
As compared to Arsenal by Leverkusen.
Because
Arsenal went unbeaten in the group stages. That alone has to tell you that don't compare that Bodo Glimt Sporting game to that of Arsenal Leverkusen. Arsenal Leverkusen just 2 seasons. Just even last season, they were the champions of Germany, right?
Last 2 seasons.
Last 2 seasons.
Yes.
They were the champions of Germany. Against all us, the Bayern Munich were there, the Dortmunds were there, still they won. So you cannot tell me that because Bodo Glimt has performed this season, so their game against Sporting is a tougher game.
Yeah,
okay.
You know why?
You know why he's saying that?
It's okay.
Now, you know why he's saying that? He's saying that because he's an Arsenal fan.
Yes,
he thinks that Leverkusen is going to be an easy game.
That is a factor. But look, Bodo Glimt, okay, they'll give you a much more competition than Leverkusen. Even the weekend, Leverkusen drew. Look at the game is not that lucrative.
Okay, so fire. Bodo Glimt Sporting. Your prediction, just prediction.
I'll go for Bodo Glimt.
Hey, straight win.
Yes.
Hey, Charlie.
Based on their previous experience. No. That's what Fala. Say Sunday so supposed to see your fella.
Okay. Abu Drogba.
Yo.
Let's just keep that of Bayern Leverkusen Arsenal for now because I'll let Fire tackle that. I want you to also give us your submit or your preview
City.
on
Madrid
PSG
City.
Chelsea.
PSG
He
Chelsea.
said he's not a Chelsea fan. Oh.
Allow.
No, even though I'm not a Chelsea
What
fan.
champion?
Yeah, even though I'm not a Chelsea fan, I'm a well-wisher of Chelsea. So
Oh, okay.
Well,
it's
wisher.
normal. I wish them well.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish them well. I wish them well.
Sympathizer.
Yeah, I sympathize with Chelsea. I wish them well. See, let's go back to the game. Paris Saint-Germain against Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah.
See, Paris Saint-Germain are going to have the upper hand, and I will explain why. Because when it came out that Paris Saint-Germain were going to play against Chelsea,
Yeah.
Paris Saint-Germain were supposed to play their game against Monaco somewhere, I think on Saturday night.
Yeah. They
In
pushed
French
The
league.
French FA in French league, the French FA had to push it back to Friday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chelsea played on Saturday, 5:45, right?
Yes.
They had to go to extra time before winning the game.
Stress.
Paris Saint-Germain had a day rest, even though Chelsea rested.
And Chelsea is traveling to.
Yeah, even though Chelsea rested the likes of Caicedo, Enzo, Cole Palmer. Still, most of their players played during that game because the likes of Joao Pedro had to come in to salvage the win for Chelsea. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So when we are talking about rest, Paris Saint-Germain
Have
had
gotten more rest.
Enough rest.
enough rest against Chelsea, and they are playing at home as
At
well.
home.
Yes.
So when I say Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain has the upper hand, these are some of the factors. Let's go to Chelsea. Let's not forget Paris Saint-Germain. They are middle. They have Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz, and Joao Neves. But here is the
He's not
case:
around.
Fabian Ruiz is not around. The last time he played was against, I think, against Sporting, right?
Nah.
Was against Sporting in January. In January. Since then, he hasn't played. He was out injured, and Joao Neves has also missed their last 2 games. So
Injury as well.
2 injuries. So I think Paris Saint-Germain are going to, if they are not back, even if they are back, how fit are they for that game? Do you get me? So if they are not fit enough for that game, Paris Saint-Germain has to rest on, like depend on Zaire Emery, Dre of formerly of Barcelona, and Vitinha. And I think if this the kind of middle three they are going to play against Chelsea, I think Chelsea is going to have the edge over them in the middle. So when we are looking at the injury situation of both teams, Chelsea has the upper hand because almost all Chelsea players are back.
Okay, yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
And so, like, interestingly, and should I say lack, Chelsea key players are also now on form.
Yeah.
Look at Kopama, who was struggling.
Joao Pedro.
Joao Pedro, who was struggling. Now, Charlie, they've started getting their rhythm back. And the last time Chelsea met Paris Saint-Germain, these 2 players were the ones who caused trouble
Exactly.
for Paris Saint-Germain. And these guys are back. They are full, like, they are, when I say they are back, I mean, like, they started performing. Even though Kopama is not up to that level, but at least now he's performing, gradually he's performing. So I think if you look at the game, it can go either side. But one thing I would have to talk about Paris Saint-Germain, they should be very, very careful. Especially when they have that, like, let's say, mentality of revenge. If they are going for revenge, they will have to go all out. And they should be very careful with going all out against Chelsea.
Chelsea will punish them.
Chelsea will punish them. So I think this is the time for their psychologists, the team psychologists to come out to let them know that Charlie, this is just another game. We are not going in for a revenge. Whether you win against Chelsea or not, that Club World Cup will not be given to you back. So they should just focus. Take this as another game and not go out for, let's say, revenge.
Okay.
If they go all out, Chelsea is going to punish them.
Okay.
So I think this game
your
is going to
prediction.
be a very, very interesting one. But Charlie, it go hard. Should I say let me wait after the game? Let me say, Charlie, you know, I'll be well with Chelsea. So
Double
let
chance,
me go Chelsea straight.
Hey.
Oh, Chelsea straight.
Okay. Now let's come back to the Bayern Leverkusen Arsenal game. Fire.
Bosu.
Any submit on that?
Oh.
With the Ian Chechemu Baby.
Straight to Arsenal.
No.
Straight to Arsenal. Over from Fulham.
Oh, mini pa.
You
No, you know what I will make Arsenal go for it for the Champions League
Oh,
inside.
go for it. Do it.
No, relax.
Oh.
I'm not saying no matter I will go for it.
Uh-huh.
If like we go reach the final,
You no go
go
take.
fit take. I want make Arsenal them a players know. Them a mind they stay divided. Champions League, Champions
Oh,
League.
okay. Now, Nina, but okay.
Because Madrid, the Man City, maybe we are. Now I want to start to focus on
Fire.
so.
Fire.
Yo.
Yeah, your man.
Oh, say wakane die.
Oh, okay.
It's also
Asem
Saudi.
die. Eba, obiya kane die.
Okay.
Ebe wo den na obeka.
Okay. So,
Okay,
Bayern
so
Leverkusen.
yeah, what I'm say, you see, while Leverkusen Arsenal, I'm going to say that I'm wishing Arsenal to win the game all out. We are going away. Okay, so I'm just wishing that we get a good point there and come back home and come and rest. Then we'll focus on Everton, then on Leverkusen again. But you see, the fact that in their last 2-3 matches they are not doing well. That's Leverkusen, they are not doing well.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily mean that they are going to go there and beat them just like that.
Like that, yeah.
You understand me? So this is the day that like you said, the psychologists. You see, at this stage of the competitions, or every competition you are playing, the work of the psychologist is very effective. It's needed to be very effective here, because you see, all media platforms, all journalists, everybody is talking about Arsenal bossing the league, Arsenal doing this, Arsenal doing that, and it's all about set pieces, it's all about that as well. So you see, if it be true, and you see, the thing is,
or it be true that
the set pieces that everybody is complaining about, is it legal in football?
It's legal.
Legal, right? Good. So if it's legal, why is everybody complaining? Look, you know, one funny thing is,
the reason why people are complaining is the manner in which
they're shoving behind and holding the others up. Hold me somewhere.
But whatever is like, it's not in your favor, the referee just let it go.
But why is it not in our favor?
He said illegal. We understand illegal. But when it goes in favor of Arsenal, when it goes in favor of Arsenal, the referees, let's play. But whenever it goes against
just
Arsenal,
look at your last
the referees have problem with it.
Raya against Brighton.
Okay.
Just look at the decisions that were taken on the field.
What was it?
Against Chelsea, same.
That 8 seconds.
So you see,
what was it?
Listen. The 8 seconds rule is when the ball keeper get hold of the ball.
So you hold the ball when it's about to be 8 seconds. You fall, then you rise again, right?
That is to the.
No, in the favor is so tough.
No, that's to the referee. See, sometimes we all complain about. You see, there are some rules that was implemented in England. It's not the same rule is not implemented in Europe.
We know that.
So some of the tackles that happens in England, when it goes to Europe, is penalty.
Mm-hmm.
So it is upon that I'm calling for the psychologists, the coaches, and everybody to stay on guard. Just try to psych the players in a way, because everybody's talking about Arsenal. So like the whole world is going to be focusing on those little incidences. Exactly. You understand me? So I'm just wishing Arsenal to go there and go and win the point. Seriously. Like at this stage, nobody is asking. I have one quote I always make, or one statement I always make, that look, score 100 goals, you still have 3 points. Score 1 goal, you still have 3 points. Nobody is going to ask you, how did you get the 3 points? The fact that you win on either 100 goals, 5 goals, 10 goals, the points still remain the same. So all I'm asking is
goal difference.
Yes, goal difference, yes. Yeah. Goal difference, yes. But the
point, talking about 3 points.
The 3 points is the most important thing. You understand me? So we have instances where even last year, when Liverpool was winning the league, you see Arsenal was having goals than Liverpool. But that didn't make Arsenal win. Mm-hmm. You understand me? So likewise, if you are playing and you are playing good football, possession-based football.
Today Arsenal is telling us this.
No, you see, the reason why I'm saying this is some 2-3 years ago, Arsenal was criticized for playing nice football, and this same criticism was based on nice football.
Okay.
You understand me? So it's something that has muted, because as human, when you are doing something for 2, 3, 4, 5, or you are doing the same thing over and over again, and you are getting criticism for doing the same thing, you tend to adapt the system where it's going to change or balance. Because if we can football play right now, if you go to Leverkusen, you know that Arsenal will play nice football. You understand me? Because Leverkusen also play nice football, but Arsenal will be better than them. But if you go to England, Everton will play nice football. You understand me? So it's going to go compact. So if you are playing against a team that's going to go compact, you also need to go what? Compact. You need to adapt to the system of play or the team you are playing against. You understand me? It's not always that the ball cap and
okay, fine.
Yeah, so all win Arsenal.
Straight win.
Yeah, Arsenal.
Okay. So okay, now let's come back to the last game. The last game, which will be Real Madrid against Manchester City. So Abu Drogba, Madrid. This one, you may say your second team.
My team.
You understand?
My team.
Madrid against Manchester City. What be your take on the game?
See, I don't know whether UEFA it gets some agenda against Real Madrid and Man City.
How many years?
Because
how many years? Like
if people talk say City City, like Madrid slow City. See, one thing about football is no one wants to meet
The same
tougher opponent. A tougher opponent
No,
at this time of the So the same way Real Madrid don't want to meet City, the same applies to City. They also don't want to meet Madrid because both teams are tough teams.
Yes.
You get me? But I don't know. Some of the City fans are like, Madrid is afraid. Even City is afraid of Madrid.
Exactly.
If you are going to look at even the tournament, you have more champions in knockout in City. And slow Madrid slow City.
Knockout stage.
Go see. I don't know. Go watch. City then Real Madrid for Champions League.
Even the same goal, the same win, the same draw. So.
Well, go check. Why not you win free power Champions League?
Same win, same draw.
Well, I don't understand those. But since 2022, down to let's say currently before these games, Oma meeting 9 times.
Abba.
Wait, see this one I can 11 times. Consistently.
Against Benfica. When Couture was asked, who do you think? He said, obviously, we know we'll get City.
See,
it was so obvious. Like
consistently. You know, they say, consistently.
Like
9. Where can 2, where can 11 consistently.
I'm the pesca.
And maybe it's too much. An agenda. It clearly, everybody will tell that it's agenda. Who pesca who say football? Who pesca who say football? So let's go back to the game. I think Real Madrid and Man City, this game is 50-50. Some people will ask why, because this is Man City that last 2 seasons, last 3 seasons, is not the same Man City.
Exactly, yeah.
Man City, per their standard, Man City is not there. Real Madrid there. We know Real Madrid is struggling. But in the Champions League, you cannot predict Real Madrid.
They can Mbappe train today.
See, Mbappe then Jude. This is Real Madrid, they force them. I know that for the first one, they are not going to be around. But they are trying to force them to play the second one, which will be at the Etihad. But they should know that Mbappe, they should know we are in the Champions, we are in the World Cup season. Don't force yourself for Real Madrid, and it will affect you at the World Cup. So they should know that. But for Real Madrid, Man City at the Bernabeu, I think it's going to be a very, very interesting game, and it's going to be difficult to predict because in the Champions League, one of the guys that is performing very, very well for Real Madrid is Tchouaméni. And Tchouaméni, Real Madrid is going to need him very, very well in this game. Because they are going to need someone who will give the likes of Ryan Cherki a tough time in the middle. And who else to do it than Aurelien Tchouaméni? Exactly. Because he is the DM of the team. Yeah. And Aurelien Tchouaméni is that, Ryan Cherki is the attacking midfielder for Man City. He is the chief creator of Man City. To me, I see that if you are able to take Ryan Cherki out of Man City's game, you are done with about 30% of the game. Because the likes of Bernardo Silva, the only thing left is the experience. Bernardo Silva, clearly we will say, Bernardo Silva of last 2 seasons, this Bernardo Silva.
Not to forget Semenyo.
Semenyo is performing. I'm talking about the middle.
Oh, okay.
I mean now Bernardo Silva, the player for the middle. No? Ryan Cherki. Maybe Rodri is going to play. Rodri is playing. If Rodri is playing, even Rodri gives goals. But Rodri is not more of a creator for Man City. The one who creates a lot. And Man City, the likes of Haaland, they need the supplies before they can deliver.
Exactly.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
They said Jeremy Doku and Haaland are fit for this game. But how fit are they?
Not forget players like Aurier.
Oh, Marc Aurelien. Nico Aurelien. Right. Yeah. He's even injured. See, Jeremy Doku and Haaland, they said they are fit for the game. But how fit are they? Haaland has been struggling with some injury throughout this season. So that's why Guardiola is managing his games. And against someone like Real Madrid, you need Haaland 100% fit. Because obviously, we know Rudiger is going to go hard on him. So if he is not 100% fit, he's going to affect the performance of Man City. So the game, I would say it's going to be a very, very difficult game and a difficult one to predict. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be a very, very difficult one to predict.
Okay. Me, I would advise Abelau not to try. If he really wants to play Trent Alexander-Arnold, should rather convert him to the middle and allow Valverde to go to the right.
Not the style of play with that.
You get right back. Cavani.
Yes.
No, Cavani will probably start.
Listen.
Oh, okay.
Cavani will play. Cavani, if he's steady, I don't know whether Abeloa is having a problem with Cavani. In games where everything is, even winning, where he just needs him to come and play for some minutes, he will prefer bringing the academy boys. And in this game, you don't need an academy boy on
No,
this
no, no,
pitch.
no, no. We are looking for
You
experience.
understand me? So I would advise, if really he wants to play, what's the name? Trent Alexander-Arnold in this game, to avoid being exploited by Semenyo, because Doku wouldn't start. Semenyo going to play on the left flank. To avoid being exploited in that empty space that he will create to bring about goals and other Bukavu, because when he leaves and Semenyo exploit that position, surely Asensio will come and create a foul. You understand me?
Yeah.
But Doku is fit for the game.
Yeah, Doku is fit. He played during the weekend. But there's
Might
no way.
start.
There is no way he's going to start ahead of Semenyo.
Or he can start Semenyo on the.
Look, let me show you something. Ryan Cherki is going to be on the right, but he's going to be inventing into the middle.
Yeah.
You understand me? Then when he invents into the middle as a creator, then what's the name? Bernard Silva now goes to the flanks. Last weekend, when they scored their second goal, Semenyo was there in the number 9 spot, whilst the same number 8, Bernard Silva, who's supposed to be behind them, was rather on the flanks, rather coming in on the flanks. That's they are 2-2 against the Northern Forest. Yeah, so he has created the team in a way that the supposed number 11, number 7, doesn't stand at the number 7 row. He rather invent into the middle to create in front of low block teams. Whilst Semenyo also always tries to come into the number 9 row. Currently, I'm being honest with you, currently, I would say Haaland has upped this game a bit.
Yeah.
Now Haaland is more involving in the game
Than previously.
previously.
Yeah.
Previously, it's all about being on the top there, put the ball there, let me go.
Amen.
But now Haaland is playing. He drops to play with the ball. So meaning that at least he's learning what we used to be criticizing him for. Now he's doing it. So you can see that now he's getting some 1 or 2 assists because he's involving himself in the game. Because it got to a time where his goal scoring form dropped. So if I'm not scoring, I need to create. That's like Joao Felix is doing for Al Nassr now.
Yeah.
He's not scoring, but he's creating week in, week out. You understand me? So I'm only advising, if you don't want that space to be exploited, push Valverde to the right to stop the speed of Semenyo.
Okay, I think
Fellaini is also going to start.
Yes.
Mendy to
Head of
start,
Carreras.
Yes,
Valverde is going to
Carreras has
Okay.
been diagnosed with muscle injury, so
Okay.
he's out.
Fellaini is going to start.
I think it's a fair discussion we had today on the preview of Champions League during the of the knockout stage, guys.
Yeah.
So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As we said, this is our new channel again. The previous one has been terminated, and it's not late. It's not late. So guys, be with us. Subscribe. See you other time. We are out.